Vladimir of Save the Victor Roll. How's everybody doing today? Amazing, I hope. I am your older than average makeup enthusiast here on the YouTubes. I do this channel for fun, and I do this to show what makeup looks like on older skin. I may have a younger than my age outlook, but my skin sometimes wants to belie that fact. But anyways, I want to show how makeup actually uses with natural light, a little bit of studio light, because we do want to have some brightness, but we want to see how makeup really looks on skin and try to make it as close to as what it would look like in real life as possible. So if that is something you're into, you're in the right place. And if you really love Lethal Cosmetics, you're 1,000 times in the right place, and you need to do what? You need to keep on watching. Okay, so here we are. Let's discuss what I bought, which was basically all of it. Is anybody surprised? No, not really. I love Lethal. I do like Theresa is Dead. But it was kind of an in for a penny, in for a pound sort of situation. The palette actually was the extra piece that I decided let's just throw her in. I do love Lethal Shadows, but there's a few things that I do like better from Lethal. But let's start with the palette itself. So this is the Theresa is Lethal palette. Mine came a little damaged, unfortunately, but the wonderful folks at Lethal Cosmetics has already sent me a replacement for the shade that is broken in this palette. So when I show you the inside, it doesn't have the shade in there, but I will show it to you separately because A, I wanted to film this, and B, I just didn't want stuff falling all over. I had to kind of clean her up a little bit. But things happen, especially when it's coming from Germany all the way to Canada. So there we go. So there is our sleeve. The sleeve, of course, matches the palette itself. And then when we open up, there is, as always, a mirror, and it says, "Don't look up." So here it is. Here's the palette, excluding the one shade that got busted, and it was in the shade a TV Dinner. And then I would quickly try and hold this up slightly here. I pressed it as best as I could. I've lost about a third of it, I think, but I really pressed it in there so I can at least hold it up. But I was just worried if I'm, flopping the palette around that I was going to have some more silver all over. So I took it out and then cleaned up around it. But anyways, that is that. I'm very excited to play with this. So that was TV Dinner that's missing. Then we've got Area 52. This shade here is a Space Duster. So it's like a bluish gray. And then we've got Pew Pew. And then this is Hive Mind. This one looks really pretty. We've got Plutonium. This is Space Trash, Venus Envy, and Specimen 3. So these are the shades. And then again, TV Dinner, our little silvery shade here. I suppose I could have waited until I got the replacement, but I was just way too excited to play with this. Now, the real reason why I wanted this collection are these. If you've watched any of my videos at all, you would know that I'm a huge fan of the Lethal Pot Liners. And they had one in red, which I don't have a red one so far. It's been on my list, but this is a very beautiful shade of red here, as you can see here, and it is called Harvested. And then inside it says, which I always say, keep cap firmly closed with inner lid in place to prevent product from drying out. Really push the inner thing down and really tighten your lid. And then it says, easy roads lead to places easy roads rarely lead to places worth going. I always like that. I have little sayings and stuff in there. But yes, I have one that I've had for over a year open, and it's still chucking along just fine. So just, which I always repeat probably ad nauseum, but just really, really keep the lids on there. And then the second color here, and this one is in green. And of course, if you're going to do an alien inspired collection, you would need to have a green one. And it is this foresty green here, and it is called Galactic Goo. So I'm very excited to use this. It's in the same color family as the green one that I have, but I think this one, I wonder if this one has shimmer in it. It does have a little bit different of a reflect than the one I have, but that's great anyways because I'm going through the other one at an expedited rate. So there we are. And then they also released 2 blushes and 2 highlighters. I went ahead and I ordered an extra case to keep them in. I have one lethal one that I'm starting to collect some singles and stuff in from like limited editions. So it had some space, but I don't think it would have done all 4. And then this way I can kind of keep the collection a little bit more together. So it's this nice white case. This also has a mirror and it says objects in the mirror are braver than they appear, which is really great. And then what I do when I buy single highlighters or whatever from them, because I take them out of their cases, I always take the little sticker off the back and then I can put them on here. So that way I know what the colors are without having to, take it out and take a look at them. So we'll look at the 2 blushes first. This one everybody is fondly calling Space Bacon. They should have named it Space Bacon, but it is Plan 9. And then we have this purpley blush here, and then this one is Cryptostasis. Anyways, that's this purple shade. And then the other reason why I wanted a green highlighter. I love me green highlighters. That is Moon Rock. And then we have this other one. This one also came a teeny bit damaged, but it really wasn't worth complaining about. Just a little kind of nick on the corner. And I'm like, I can live with it. And it's Eviscerate. So that is that one there. So we will be playing with hopefully all of these. So what I'm going to do, because it does help me a lot, I'm going to, like with thinking without having to figure out what I'm going to say, I'm going to do the next part in voiceover. So that way I can just concentrate on my eye look. And then we can discuss, after I filmed it, then I can kind of go over and discuss what is done. So if you would like to see how these things work, just keep on watching. Okay, as always, we're going to be doing a little priming with our Suva, just a little bitty bit. And then after we've done that, we're going to use our favorite tape. Nobody's surprised here, but this does help keep some of the fallout out of the way, and it helps me kind of guide my shape a little bit. Now we're going to go with the darkest, probably the darkest shade in the palette here. It's the purple, which is called Plutonium. And I really do like this color. It goes on, as you can see, super, super intense, and then you can build it even more. It's a really nice shade. There's no black in here, but this almost works kind of like a black. It does anchor the outside of the look, and then we're gonna have some underneath the eye as well. And I'm just gonna go and intensify that a little bit as well in a few spots, just so we've got a nice shape. Yeah, for the win. Alrighty, next shade, next shade. What should we do? We won't be surprised. We're going with the green. This is Venus Envy. It's a very beautiful shade of green, as you're going to see here. And I'm just using that for, say, the majority of my lid. And then just kind of, again, do the shape of my lid. And then we're going to bring it out using a more thinner brush, and we're going to go and wing that out as well. Try and do a multicolored wing, see what we think. And then we're going to go intensify some more, and some more, and there we go. I think I'm liking that. So where are we going next? I had thought pink, but then I kind of changed my mind. I think what we're going to do is go with the blue, and that is Space Trash. This actually reminds me of a color that I have from Cleona. There's that beautiful blue like this as well. A little bit of other, it's almost got a duochrome kind of shift to it. It's really, really nice. I really like that. So then we're going to go into TV Dinner. We don't have a green shimmer in the palette, so I thought, oh, I think I still want a little shimmer over the green. So just do a light touch with that silvery shade, and I think that did the trick. I'm really liking that. Just a nice, see, soft shimmer. Blends it together. Super nice. Color me impressed. And the other side. Right? What do we think? Okay, so then we are going to go into specimen 3, and we're just going to add a little color in the inner corner on the bottom lash line, and then just kind of blend it nicely into the purple to kind of just finish that off. And then once that's done, we're on to the base. Okay, so we're back. I have some foundation on. I have a little bit of bronzer. I did my brows. I put on a teeny bit of lip liner because we're going to put on a little bit of a lethal gloss that I have. But I thought we would talk our way through these. If you can hear a little bit of sawing or something in the background, somebody decided to do some work while I was filming. Great. So anyways, like I said, I bought one of these empty cases here, and then I popped in these here. So I thought what we would do for inner corner, we're going to use the beautiful green one because I think that would go good with this. And then we will use the other one here for on our face. And then for blushes, I thought what I'm going to do is do a little bit of Space Bacon along the bottom, and then a little closer because I've got the dark purple there. We're going to go with a little bit of that purple. I think that should work. Here, let me just do this because I put my little cloth away while I was kind of organizing before I went and put my base on. So there we go, but we can already see that's nice and shiny. Alrighty, so maybe we'll start with that. So we are going to go take one of my favorite brushes. It's a Kaleidos one, and then we're going to go into that light shade there. Normally I do blush first, but since I already decided to put a swipe up there, why not? Let's just quickly do a little bit of this beautiful highlighter. Look at that. So beautiful. I think we've gone a little insane with it, but I think that's okay. I'm going out to a Halloween event if the weather holds. It was raining a bit today, which we really need because we've got a lot of areas that are running out of water at the moment. So I highly wish for lots of rain. Well, I recommend that Mother Nature gives us a lot of rain, but I would really like to have a lot of rain over the next few days because one of our small towns is basically almost out of drinking water. They're going to have to close some businesses down that use water. Oh, this is so beautiful. Okay, I'm going a little crazy here, but what can you do? You just need to roll with it, right? Roll with it. Okay, so there's that one. Then let's do our little inner corner business. I'm just going to use this little brush here. We're going to dip it into the green shade, which I've already forgotten what it's called. I will pop it up there. Surprise, right? Are you surprised? Yeah. No, not at all. I know. So let's put a little spray. And let's see how that looks in our inner corner. Ooh, we like you. Ooh, we like you a lot. Ooh, the sawing or whatever that is, stop for a bit. So hopefully it'll stay off until we're done here. Oh, this is going to be beautiful as a highlighter. I'm obsessed with green highlighters. I got one in the Unearthly Cosmetics too in the trio there that's green, and it's absolutely beautiful. But this is a different green. This one almost has like a minty feel, while the other one in the other palette is more of a leaning more towards a little bit of gold. But this is really beautiful. Okay, I'm so glad I got to both of these. So before we go through blush, I want to do a little bit of liner. So I think the red one, though I'm really dying to try this, will not go with the look. But because we've got green, I think we can definitely, and I took a little bit of that bluish green and moved it in a bit with the purple, I think we can open this one. Oh, somebody's desperate for my attention. So this is the green there. And it does seem to have a little bit of a sheen to it. It seems at least sheenier than my other one. So let's take some of this. Oops. It's been a while since I've had a new one, so it's like it just sunk right in there. It's like, oh yeah, don't need to put that big of a gouge into it. And then same thing, even if I may have to open it again, I'd rather even in between make sure I keep these closed because I want these to last as long as possible. I've heard some people that they actually stop using them after a while because they felt that they dried out so fast. So, oh yes, this does have a bit of a sheen to it. Love it. you could also maybe, I would say, close them really tight and maybe put them in an airtight container, and that might even keep them from drying out even more. See all the tips and tricks that you can learn about pot liners. Oh, this is so pretty. Whoops, and of course I smudged some on my face. I don't think you can really see too much, but it has nicely opaqued the eye. No, this is really beautiful. Again, I don't know how close you can see, but I like it. I'm a fan. What can I say? Maybe even a stan. All right, so we are, you know what? I'm washing these pants after anyway, so. All right, so we are gonna start with the space bacon down here, and then we're gonna do that along the bottom, or well, about from here, I would say, and then bring it up a bit, and then we're going to use the purpley one, because I did want to try as much of this as I can. So we were saying we're about here. So this is, oh yeah, this is pretty. So this is definitely make a very nice everyday blush, and it looks like you can. It's not too insane, so you're able to build it up a little bit. I can't remember next time to put the noise off on my phone. And it does, is because you can see in the space bacon, it has a little bit of strips, so it looks like of a little bit of shimmer, so that way it's like a glowy blush. Oh, this is really nice, right? Can you see? Can you see? I can see. I think, well, a little bit of the highlighter is maybe obscuring it a little bit, but this is pretty. I could see this being an everyday blush when I finish the one that I'm panning right now. Nice. Okay, so now let's go with the purple. So I was saying, because we have the dark purple there, I think a little bit purple up there would be okay. So we're gonna go into that. Ooh, okay, this one might be a little bit more intense. Words are hard, man. Let's put this up a little bit higher. Ooh, this is pretty. I am the person that likes different colored blushes. Yes, this is really nice, and it blends nicely into the highlighter there. I have to say, I'm enjoying this already. Pretty that is. Well, I didn't put any on my nose, so let's go back into space bacon. I always like a little color on my nose. Don't ask me why. It just does. There we go. Doot. All right, as always, I always have to give a little buff. I like everything to try and blend in as possible, or as much as possible. So I'm just gonna quickly, a little bit, just a little bit to tone down a little bit of shine, and just to kind of blend it all in together. I'm not gonna worry about the forehead today. There we go. And then, just because we are doing lethal, let's pop some lethal gloss on. Couldn't find I have a green lipstick, and I had, I think, a pinky one, but I don't know where it went. So, gloss it is. And there we go. So, what are we thinking? Good, right? I think so. So, anyways, on to final thoughts. Well, you know what they are. I love lethal. I love everything lethal. I don't think I've had, well, I've had one kind of lethal fail. It wasn't really a fail, but I bought one of their, is it duochrome, multichrome eyeshadows, the liquid one. I'm not a huge fan of liquid eyeshadows. That's kind of part of it. I think I needed to use it more of a liner. So that's the only product that I like it, but don't love it. But everything else I love. I love my pot liners. Their blushes and highlighters are perfect. Like I said, this time I wasn't not going to buy the whole collection of highlighters, only two, but and green. And yeah, and then of course our eyeshadow palette, which, oh my goodness, I'm so glad I got it. Look at this. The silver I only did really lightly because there wasn't a green shimmer and I wanted a little shimmer on the green as well. So we'll have one more quick look at this color story and then I think I will let you go. So here we go. There's that. Plus that. And yes, I am absolutely in love with this collection. This could be 2 of my favorite blushes, 2 of my favorite highlighters. I like them all, so I can't say anything about if these are favorites or not because I just love them all. And I'm liking the eyeshadows as well. So anyways, that's it from me. Hopefully this video isn't too long, but you got the gist of how fabulous this collection is. Good job, Theresa. So as always, if you'd like to give us a like, comment, and subscribe, it'd be greatly appreciated. Maybe even hit that notification bell. If not, that is okay. We can still be friends. We can still do all lethal together. As always, behave, make good choices, and we will talk to you soon. Okay, bye-bye.